Can stress make you sick?
Yep. Yes.
Can thinking positive heal you?
Yes.
Okay, I got evidence.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'll bring the evidence to you. And I'm going to bring you evidence about a time when God spoke to me and I didn't listen, and what was the outcome. Okay? I'm at home, as you know, I'm an author. I'm at home writing that book, and I'm on the computer, and I'm typing stuff in, and my book is so emotional, the tears got to falling, and they start falling in the keyboard. And I hear, go outside and work on your project. So I go out in the garage, and in the garage, I'm putting a walnut frame around an African flag. So I got the wood, and I strapped it to the table, and I put a C-clamp on it, and I got out my skill saw, and I'm starting to cut it, and I hear, lower the blade. But we negotiate stuff like that. That's how people come up with DUIs. We negotiate with stuff like that. I mean, really, say, don't drive. Oh, I'm just buzzed. I'm okay. That's what happens. Lower the blade. And I said, oh, I can cut through this. There it is. I'm negotiating this. Oh, I can cut through this. And I start to cut. And I hear it again. Lower the blade. And I negotiated again. I can cut through this. Then he said, lower the blade. Now I got to tell you why my father was saying lower the blade, because the wood I'm cutting through is this thick. But I got this much blade hanging beneath the saw. Ooh. Oh, no. So he's warning me. That's why you have to develop that ear and listen. He's warning me, lower the blade. But I'm negotiating with that. Right? And so I negotiated that. I continue cutting, and the wood. If you know anything about walnut wood is. Randall's bad, you guys.
You're good.
To be honest, let's take it off. Don't think I mean it.
We can hear him.
All right. Walnut wood is very hard.
Yeah.
And so I hit a knot in the wood. Boom. And I hit it so hard it broke the wood loose from the vise. And when the wood went down, I went to catch it. Well, that day I cut off the tip of my finger in a half. And when something like that happens, you think you're all alone, but you're not. God is there. But you have to be listening. God said, go in the house, get a plastic bag, get some ice, get some alcohol, pour it in the bag, and come back and find your finger. And so that's what I did. I ran in the house and I got the alcohol and I poured it in the bag. I got the ice cubes and I put them in the bag, and I came back and put my finger in the bag. Then God says, and I want you to listen to my response. Remember when I talked about that PBR, positive behavior response. God said to me, is that going to keep you from writing the book? No, Father.
Right.
I have 9 more.
Right.
I'm talking about my fingers. Who would say something like that? I have 9 more. So I called the wife, and the wife, tell the wife, you need to come home. And she said, what's going on? I say, I'm okay. She said, She said, I hear it in your voice. Before I go on, I like to give my wife credit. All right? There's some centerpieces in my life, and that's God and my wife. So that's Kim Cole, that's my wife. So I want you to understand that Satan comes in, and he's a con job.
Oh, yeah.
And you have to identify and be able to recognize his voice, because he's cunning and he's crafty. That's why they call him the master of deception.
Amen.
Okay, so I get to the hospital and I'm standing up there. Now I want you to get this. I just thought of another story God wanted to tell me. Okay, so I want you to get this one right here. I'm standing up there and I'm checking in, and the nurse says, "You're not in any pain? You're not dizzy? You don't need a wheelchair?" Power of suggestion. Because as soon as she said that, guess what? I was dizzy, I was in pain, and I needed a wheelchair. Just by her suggesting it.
Oh, man.
Yep.
So I get back there in the room and I look over at my wife. I said, "We won't be back." She's like, "What do you mean you won't be back? You just cut off your fingers." I said, "We won't be back." It's about something I read. I don't have my sword here, but it was something I read in my sword. And this is what it said. Physician,
Heal
thyself. Physician, 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 heal thyself.
That's right.
I never went back to the doctor. When the doctor came in, he said he was going to finish cutting it off. He said, I'm going to cut this one. I'm going to try to sew this one up. I had cut one finger 3/4 of the way through, and I had to cut the other one completely off. He said, I probably can save this one and sew it up, but that other one, I'm going to have to cut completely off, and you're never going to have a nail. See, you're never going to have a fingernail. That's it. You're going to have another. Well, guess what? I never went back. I didn't believe him, because we're not under man's judgment. We're under God's judgment. And so I didn't believe him. And that finger that he said I would never have a fingernail on, don't tell me what my God won't do for you. One more. And I'm really going to